I'm serious. I'm really serious. I just realized my mic was off. I do apologize, but pretty much what we went over. That was a big fail. I'm serious. I'm really serious. I just realized my mic was off. I do apologize, but pretty much what we went over. That was a big fail. So, I do apologize. Pretty much what we went over was, I'm mind blown. But pretty much what we went over was the Nintendo Direct stuff, football, but you didn't miss much anyway. You didn't miss much. But the Crash for Smash stuff was pretty cool. Like, I think Crash Bandicoot has the biggest chance to get into Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I personally believe whether or not this happens in the next Fighters Pass, I'm excited. I'm really excited. But this should be fun. I'm really looking forward to what's next for the DLC. I'm really looking forward to what characters are going to be announced, whether it's Crash Bandicoot or whether it's his sister Coco. I'm excited. I'm really excited. And whatever it's Echo Fighters. It could be Echo Fighters, people. So, we don't know what's next. We really don't know what's next. And again, I do apologize that my mic was muted. I just wasted like 15 minutes of your life with the mic off. So, pretty much what happened was I just like did the weirdest intro you've ever seen with the bubbly, and I just talked about football, and that was pretty much it. So, what am I excited for going into this, following this Direct? The Switcher 3, that's coming out. Maybe Overwatch. Depends if I want to get it to Switch online. Luigi's Mansion 3. Doom 64, Doom Eternal. Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection. And the whatever Smash DLC Sakurai and Nintendo are going to bring out. I'm really excited for it. But overall, like, I just think this Nintendo Direct was pretty average. Like, those announcements were pretty much my highlights for the Nintendo Direct. But again, pretty much all they showed off was what I just mentioned earlier when my mic was muted. Anime stuff, mobile crap, a recap of the E3 Animal Crossing announcement, which was just in more detail. Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff, which had curry in it, but there was no Steph Curry. There was curry and rice in it. I don't know why. And that Xenoblade Chronicles closer. They revealed Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which is like a complete edition of the first game. But I feel like they could have done that in the middle of the Direct. But nonetheless, I'm glad for all those people that played Xenoblade Chronicles. I personally didn't like the second game. Maybe I could get back into it by playing through the first game, but I don't know. Are they gonna have like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and X? I don't know. We'll see. But all in all, that was a pretty okay Direct. But we don't know what's to come in 2020. We do have the remake of Xenoblade Chronicles. We do have Animal Crossing. But what about Bayonetta? What about Metroid Prime 4? What about all these other games by Nintendo that are probably secretly hiding from us? We just don't know. We really don't know. But moving on from the Direct stuff, and I hope my mic is not cut off anymore. I'm going to do a quick check before I move on to the next segment. Moving on from the Direct stuff. Alright, good. We're good. I do apologize again for that technical error on my end. But anyway, we're going to talk now about All Elite Wrestling and All Out. But I'm going to need some help with this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, going into this chair from Newark, California, he is the WWE Champion, the true WWE Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the unhinged heel, Sam. Yeah! Woo!
What's up, guys? decided I want to chime in on this podcast. Whew, getting hell hot in here. Oh my god.
Whoa. No, we don't accept nudity here.
I'm not stripping, okay?
We don't accept nudity in here.
Oh my god, screw that. What's up, guys? Decided to chime in, see what's going on. I heard you talking about basketball, a little bit of football, and about Nintendo, and that botch that just happened. He does apologize for it. Just common errors.
Yeah. Before we move on to the wrestling stuff, I do again apologize for it. I'm still figuring out the kinks of this new technology I'm working with, and again, I'm still trying to work on the video showcasing it. But with that in mind, let's talk some wrestling. So, All Elite Wrestling's All Out happened on Saturday, August 31st, which was pretty much last week. And before I get into Sam's thoughts on it, I honestly, I'm gonna disappoint a lot of people. For the most part, I was bored.
Really?
Yeah, I was bored for most of the show. Now, I know some people liked it, some people hated it. I was just bored. I was really bored through the show.
No, I don't blame you on that part, because there was like some matches where I legitimately fell asleep through. No, I'm not gonna lie, I tried to stay awake, but it's just that some matches didn't really, catch my eye, and I just literally fell asleep through some of them. Oh my god, people are gonna bash on us about that.
Yeah, I had like literally no expectations going into this show, and I still found myself not liking it.
Yeah, I still kept them low. It was like, to be honest, I was really looking forward to Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, but Jon Moxley ended up. Did something happen to his like elbow or something? Or
yeah, I heard he got injured. Like he had an elbow injury and he had to pull out, and then that's why we had Pac. Pac versus Omega at All Out. But we'll get into that match a little bit later. I didn't watch the buy-in, so...
No, I kind of did. I didn't really watch too much of it. But I did watch the Casino Royal Rumble or Battle Royale, or like, how do they pronounce it? That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just the Casino Battle Royale.
Yeah. No, I did watch that. It was okay. There were some there was like some familiar faces I saw in the Casino Battle Royale, like Tenille Dashwood, Evilise, Bea Priestley, and who else was in there? And Penelope Ford. There was like some recognizable faces in there, and also Priscilla Kelly. Also, she was in there. I totally forgot about her. Shit.
Oh.
No, so I didn't really expect anything from this match that was gonna wow me, or it didn't really wow me that much. Like, I wish there was like a little bit more, into it, like a little bit of thought into it.
Oh.
And but it was okay. It didn't like, it was like not bad, but it was okay.
Now, do you see Nyla Rose as like as someone that can lead the women's division? Like, because she is going to face, I think it's Riho to crown the first women's champion. Like, which one of those two do you see as the first women's champion, if they can be the first women's champion?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think. It's like, I don't know if I see them as like champion though, to be honest.
I honestly don't either. I thought it was gonna be Britt Baker, to be honest.
I thought it was gonna be her, since she was like the second like woman to be like, she was like her and Nyla Rose and Bea Priestley in the ring, and I thought Britt Baker was gonna win the Battle Royale, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah. What was going on with that botch? Like, that botch between Priestley and, what was it, Sadie Gibbs?
Sadie Gibbs.
Oh, Sadie Gibbs? Yeah.
So I don't know too much about, like, what the hell happened. All I heard, like, online is, like, I think Sadie Gibbs was going to go for, like, Simone drop or an AA or something like that. But they ended up messing it up. She ended up messing it up, and then Priestley ended up not selling the move, and then she ended up eliminating Sadie Gibbs afterwards.
So she pretty much no-sold it like after the botch.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was like good on her part to like not to sell the botch or to sell the botch. That's the thing. Like I don't know how it works, but
I mean, either way, it seems pretty scummy.
yeah. And I heard that they did get into. I think they did get into altercation behind the scenes, like after the battle royale ended.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like I don't know too much detail about it, but all I heard is like they did get into a scuffle.
Oh great.
Yeah.
But I guess moving past the casino battle royale, one thing I did like about the opening match, which was between SoCal Uncensored and Jurassic Express, because AEW can't use the Jurassic Park thing, I guess. I did like Luchasaurus. I
He's
think,
cool. I really like him.
I think he's gonna be a future like singles competitor whenever whenever Jungle Boy and whatever his name is gonna eventually branch off into singles competitors. Because I don't know what his name is.
No, that's the thing. It's like with AEW that I have a problem with is that they don't introduce us to these wrestlers. It's like, okay, who the fuck is this guy, or what is her name? Like, why should I care about them? You know?
And I think before we move into the actual card, I think that's gonna be a big thing going to the TNT show, is whether or not they're gonna actually try to do that, because even though they say they don't want to entice casual viewers in, like, I mean, they don't have to appease to them like what WWE normally does.
Yeah.
They have to bring in new viewers. Like, they already have the hardcore fan base established.
Yeah.
But you gotta bring in like new viewers, whether or not they're casual, core, like, you know, in the middle between casual or hardcore, because you already got the hardcore fan base locked in. So you have to bring in new viewers through promoting, not just they can't even promote the main guys like properly. It's like, what do we know about Cody outside of WWE? What do we know about Jon Moxley other than he was Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, in the WWE.
Yeah, what do we know about Shawn Spears other than he was Ty Dillinger in his 10 count? What do we know about Kenny? We don't even know anything about Kenny Omega outside of the hardcore wrestling community and his work in New Japan.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to, or AEW in this matter, need to do like what WWE used to do like these little promo packages.
Yeah.
And like have the commentary team, which by the way I think still sucked. And it's like these.
But
I'm about to go into.
You can't bash on Jim Ross.
Yeah, I can't. Everyone except
Jim
Ross. Like, I understand Jim Ross because he's kind of like he's past his prime. Like,
yeah.
But I can't blame him.
But it's still Jim Ross, though.
Yeah, it's still Jim Ross, but it's like
I enjoy his commentating more than the others, and don't get me wrong, like what's this guy's name with the Lucha Mask? Excalibur. Excalibur. Okay, I don't know anything about like his commentating. It's like people on like social media be like, "Oh, Excalibur is a really good commentator. He should be in the WWE." And I'm like, "Who the fuck is he?" Like, I don't even know him, to be honest.
I know.
But this is the thing. It's like they should try to introduce us to these wrestlers with promo packages, just so I can know like who the hell they are. Why should I give a damn about them?
Yeah.
But they're not really doing that. And it's like, I do really want to get into AEW because it's something else besides WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor, New Japan, etc. And it's like, I'm trying so hard to trying to get into it and actually care about it, but it's just like I want to know what the hell they are. Like, there's some wrestlers and there's some wrestlers in there that I know a little bit about, but it's just that I want to know even more about the others.
Exactly. I agree.
It's like, I'm not going to like, well, we could either just go online, search up the matches, or go on Wikipedia, but we can't. I don't want to do that. I just want to know, like, straight off the bat.
Yeah, it's like, we can't always rely on the internet to know, like, who this person is. It's like, oh, like, the common response would be, oh, just Wikipedia, or just Google it. It's like, what if I want to know firsthand? What if I want to know now? It's like, you can't just Google search it.
I know.
But anyway, let's get back to the main card.
Got a little sidetracked right there.
Yeah. We obviously had Luchasaurus pretty much steal the whole match. Like, I didn't really, like, care too much about SCU or, like, the rest of the Jurassic Park, because it's like...
Jurassic Express.
Yeah, whatever. But it's just like... Even to this point, I watched a little bit of Christopher Daniels and Kazarian while they were in TNA, but it's just like, why should I care about their gimmick now? It's like, what exactly are these guys, everyone besides Luchasaurus? I mean, I guess even Luchasaurus, what are they even fighting for? Like, are they fighting for, like, ranking in the tag team division? Are they fighting for, like, why exactly should I care about any of these teams? That was my biggest question mark after this match, because SCU had two matches now?
I think so.
And same thing with Jurassic Express. They had a couple matches, and they pretty much lost all of them at this point.
Exactly.
So it's like, why should I care? Why should I care about any of these teams? So pretty much, SCU just won the match, and all they do is just call out each city as the worst place in the world, or whatever.
The worst place I've ever been in.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And then they would be like, oh, chant SCU or whatever shit like that. And then it's like the whole crowd's into it. I'll give them that. Like, the crowd's actually into it. Like, whenever they're out there, I'll give them that. But who are they?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them.
Then I was surprised that this match went next. Kenny Omega and Pac.
I thought that was going to be, like, almost towards, like, the main event after Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears. I thought it was going to be like that. But no, they just had to kick it off right away.
Yeah.
I wanted it to, wait till, like, towards, like, almost the main event.
Yeah. And I wasn't too sure about this match, because, like...
To be honest, I thought it was good. I actually liked it. That plus Chris Jericho versus Adam Page.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that after
Shawn
later.
Spears and Cody Rhodes match. Those matches I actually really liked a lot, but the other matches, I almost fell asleep. The women's match, I fell asleep too. Not gonna lie. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're definitely like playing matches we're not gonna talk about here. But focusing in on Kenny Omega and Pac, finally I'm getting used to pronouncing his name right.
I'm not the only one. I thought it was Pac.
Yeah, like Pac-Man.
Yeah, or X-Pac.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I thought this match was good too. I just think the thing that hurt it was like, you could obviously tell like, it was this when they're setting up for spots, like when they're trying to do all these like. Let's say Neville was trying to go for, like, a moonsault onto Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
They made it too obvious that he was going for it.
Yeah.
I feel like they're, like, in normal wrestling matches, you normally see that it would be unexpected, but it was just kind of like...
It was like, oh, okay, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it was like, why?
Did they kind of botch it a couple times?
A little bit, but... It wasn't that. I'm
trying to remember what exactly happened. It's like, I know that Kenny Omega was gonna go for a moonsault, or actually do his finisher on Pac, and Pac. Oh my god, I'm still getting it wrong now. It's like I'm thinking two different people. Anyway, sidetrack. And they did kind of mess up the move.
Yeah.
And Kenny Omega did kind of sell it a little bit, and then I don't know what else happened after that. I think he did the Rising Knee, I guess.
But anyway, I don't know what happened after that, but I think Neville won that match. He like made Omega pass out, and like I honestly thought he was gonna win with the red arrow or the black arrow, what that they call it.
They call it the red arrow.
Oh, they still call it the red arrow?
I think.
Okay, but I heard black arrow on commentary, but it's like he made Kenny Omega pass out, and it was like, damn, that was like, I didn't expect that finish at all. It was like, it was pretty cool, like Pac having another finisher. Then we had, you're gonna hate me for this.
What?
I honestly loved the next match. Jimmy Havoc and Darby Allin and Joey Janela.
Oh, I totally forgot about the match. No, that I actually really liked too. I totally forgot about it.
Okay.
What the? Oh my god.
In a sponsorship in a sponsored hardcore match from Cracker Barrel.
The Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
My god, I'm messing up.
Cracker Barrel is pretty much this like restaurant chain serving very southern foods like biscuits, fried chicken, like.
Stop! You're making me hungry, man.
Yeah, pretty much, and. I was honestly laughing my ass off throughout this whole match because of how ridiculous the spots were.
But it was still entertaining.
I love this.
No, I liked when Jimmy Havoc pulled out the fucking staple gun and started like stabling himself. I'm like, oh no, hell no. And then they showed the thumbtacks in what was that? Not Darby Allin. What was the other guy's name?
No, they shoved it into Jimmy Havoc.
Oh wait, oh yeah, that was Jimmy Havoc. Yeah, they stuck the thumbtacks in his mouth with duct tape. I was like, oh shit, like oh my god, like I was kind of cringing a little bit. I was like, oh my god, like just whatever you do, don't swallow.
Yeah, don't swallow it.
Deadpool reference.
My favorite spot though was like Darby Allin
with the barrel. Was it that spot?
Not only that spot, like where he just pretty much killed himself, but like with the skateboard where he went full Tony Hawk, and he just used a skateboard full of barbed wire and like cracked it, or like did a freaking ollie off the top rope with the skateboard onto Joey Janela's back. I loved it. I loved it. he even got a shout out from Tony Hawk himself, and I was like, damn, dude, you're freaking.
That match was really entertaining.
I loved it.
It just had like a lot of like hardcore spots, and it totally reminded me of like a hardcore match with Mick Foley. It kind of reminded me of that a little bit, and I really liked it a lot. And huge props to those guys for going through all that pain.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like shit. Like I don't know what kind of mindset you would have to staple your own self. Sick motherfucker. Like seriously, like I wouldn't even like get my hands near a staple gun. It's like. Like that, like no way.
I don't know. I can't. Like when I first saw that, I was like, "This motherfucker crazy."
Oh my god.
But anyway, Jimmy Havoc won that match. But like, I wonder what they're gonna do next. Like, it's like I feel like Jimmy I don't know about Joey Janela, but it's like it says Janelli on my notes, but for some reason, but freaking autocorrect. But like. Havoc and Darby Allin, I feel like they have a future.
Yeah, totally.
In All Elite Wrestling. No disrespect to Joey Janela, but I feel like sometimes he doesn't want to be there. And
I don't really notice it, to be honest.
Yeah. But anyway, it's like moving on to the next match that I have here. Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears. I honestly didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
The only thing I did like was Arn Anderson coming out.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I feel like there was too much, like, emphasis on the outside interference.
To be honest, the highlight was Cody Rhodes bringing out his dog Pharaoh out.
Oh, that was pretty. That was cute.
Oh my gosh, that's a cute dog. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I honestly thought after the end, like after the end of the match, like MJF was gonna turn on Cody, but
I thought it was gonna be that.
But I like how they're doing it very slowly, like whether or not or they're not gonna do it at all.
I thought he was a heel. What happened with that?
Maybe he is still a heel. They're just gonna eventually have him turn on Cody, eventually. There's
probably during the Jericho and Cody Rhodes match at Full Gear. Maybe that might happen.
Maybe.
I'm predicting that. I'm calling it right now. He's going to turn on Cody Rhodes. And that'll set up for another match. That will set up the match at another pay-per-view.
Yeah. But that was pretty much Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears. I personally didn't like it.
It was okay.
Yeah. Then we had the spot orgy. The spot orgy after that. The Young Bucks going up against the Triple A Tag Team Champions. The Lucha Bros. And what's pretty much a glorified TLC match. Even they advertised it as a ladder match, but they're like tables. Well, there were no chairs, but
yeah,
it was pretty much a TLC match. But I hated this match. I really did.
It was okay. It wasn't like compared to like the first one. That one was pretty good. There was like some cool spots there and there, but the spot that kind of made me cringe was when Pentagon Jr. Pushed the ladder, and was it Matt? Matt?
One of them.
One of them through the table, but their foot ended up hitting the ropes, and they kind of like sprung like forward even more, and their head almost landed on the table. Because he was supposed to go through 2 tables at once, but only went through one, and yeah, that was pretty bad, and I think he probably fucked something up there, to be honest.
I honestly thought like I think it was either Nick or Matt Jackson. I honestly thought like they took a really bad spot. Yeah, I really they're like twins.
It's like the Usos. It's like who's which.
Yeah, it's like going out of that match like because they like take hella spots. Like I really can't take it. It's
spot
like
orgy.
Yeah, they get involved in so many spot orgies that like during this match in particular, one like it was either Matt or Nick Jackson. They took a really bad spot. They almost looked like they broke their freaking neck. I thought they broke their neck.
I think it was that spot I was talking about.
Oh,
He probably fucked up his neck there.
Yeah. So, pretty much, this is like... That was my big problem with the match. Like, there were a few nice spots, but that was pretty much the theme of the match.
I kind of knew that the Lucha Brothers were going to win.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. Who attacked them?
It was a team... That was actually what I was going to get into next. Yeah. It was, LAX. It was a team I was a little familiar with back in TNA, but it's a different LAX now.
Yeah.
It's like... Kind of... If you don't remember from TNA, Mexican America, like...
Wait. I think that does ring a bell.
Yeah,
but... I didn't watch TNA at all. I watched, like, some matches there and there, But since you mentioned that team, I think I kind of remember. I do kind of remember.
Yeah, it's like a branch. Like, LAX is, like, branched off from them. But, like, now there's, like, 2 different, like, completely different members. But, so, it's like, I have no idea who they are. So, it's like, they attacked both teams.
Yeah. And
they're now in the tag team division.
Okay. Everyone in chat. To be honest, did you guys think that Under the Mask was one of them going to be CM Punk? Because some people online were on social media were like, oh my god, it's CM Punk, he's underneath the mask, oh my god. It's not. He's not going to AEW, or he's not going to wrestle in general because he's doing movies. Like, he did like 2 horror movies, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, people were saying that, oh, it's CM Punk. It's like, no. And I'm surprised people weren't even chanting CM Punk. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a glorified CM Punk chanting field fucking match.
I know. I didn't even notice. I didn't even know.
You didn't notice it?
No, I didn't, like, notice it nor, like...
Yeah, I didn't even hear it either. I was like, wait a minute. They're not even chanting CM Punk and they're in Chicago. But it's like, okay.
Like, no one even bothered to care. I don't think they bothered to care.
Yeah, but even though he was there at StarCast, but he just wasn't there, like, physically.
Yeah.
He wasn't there physically.
It's so, like...
But people thought that, he, like, one of those 2 masked guys was CM Punk and some other dude that he's going to probably, like, tag team with.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn out to be him. And people were, like, hella getting pissed off about that. It's like, he's not coming back. It's like, just get over it, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, it's funny, because, like, it's funny how people in AEW, or, like, the AEW crowd doesn't chant CM Punk, Yeah.
But they do it in WWE.
People in WWE still do it. It's hella stupid. Now to cap it off with the main event with the world title match, it was actually a good match. It started off slow, but it's like when Jericho got busted open, this pretty much became a showcase for Adam Page.
Yeah.
I like the little details in Adam Page's character, how he came out on a horse.
Well, that was pretty badass. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of John Wayne a little bit. And a little bit of like that movie Django.
Django? Oh, yeah.
It totally reminded me of that. I was like, I'm just getting Quentin Tarantino Django vibes when he came out on the horse and all that. It would have been cooler if he had like a special like enter song where they actually played the Django theme song when he came out.
Oh my god, that would
have been dope.
That would have been great.
But overall, I really like his character.
I know. And even though like Jericho eventually won the match, like I honestly thought he was gonna win the Codebreaker, but I totally forgot he had the Judas effect elbow as his finisher. It was like he completely KO'd Adam Page, like with the Judas effect. Jericho
the Painmaker.
Yeah, Jericho won with the Judas effect, and I was kind of like disappointed that they didn't extend the celebration further. Like I know they have like
the backstage.
No, I know they already had the backstage, the bubbly stuff.
A little bit of the bubbly. There's so many memes of that everywhere.
I know.
I even used that as a hashtag on one of my edits on my Instagram. I put a little bit of the bubbly.
But I feel like they should have let Jericho.
Keep on talking. Help you.
Oh yeah, sure. I feel like they should have.
It ain't bubbly. It's just water.
Yeah. I feel like they should have extended the celebration, made the celebration or the victory more important. You know, it's like the first ever AEW World Champion, and actually I take that back because maybe they shortened it for a reason. It's like it's Chris Jericho, yet he's coming off as this overconfident, cocky asshole who's still looking for a thank you, and maybe that's why AEW is not giving him like this big celebration.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to get why they cut the runtime. For his like not having him giving him a celebration. That makes sense. All makes sense now.
At least he got a little bit of the bubbly. So
yeah.
He's like,
that made up for it.
Yeah. That was the highlight of the night. It was just a little. There's even a T-shirt of it right now on the AEW shop. Like no joke.
I know.
I was like, okay, I need to cop that shirt like right away.
I honestly didn't expect expect that to become a meme. Like whoever started that is a god. Like,
oh my god.
Like
no, Jericho
started
everything.
Jericho invented it, but whoever like expanded on it, they're a true god. They're a true god.
Oh my god.
But as for Adam Page, like he's clearly not done with the world title. But I really liked his work that night. He's clearly gonna feud with Pac next because he never.
Oh yeah, that was a little teased.
They never got to fight at Double or Nothing because they were originally supposed to do that, but then.
What happened with Pac?
I guess the reason was because he was still involved with Dragon Gate, like this promotion.
Oh yeah.
And then they wouldn't let him wrestle at AEW Double or Nothing, but then they finally settled the two companies finally settled their differences, which allowed him to wrestle at All Out against Kenny Omega. So I guess they're restarting the feud with Adam Page, like that really technically never even began. So I guess they're doing that. I guess they're trying to still like have Adam Page like slowly get back to the world title picture, which makes sense. Makes sense. But what are your final thoughts about All Out?
It could have been better. There were some matches that I almost fell asleep to. The women's match, I definitely fell asleep to. Not gonna lie. But the other matches, they're good. They're okay. Like some were okay, some were good, some were really good. Like one was really good, which was, I don't know Chris Jericho versus Hangman Adam Page. That one was a really good match. I really liked that one. But I gotta say, like Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and the Joey Janela match was really good. I actually really liked that one.
What would you say is your match of the night?
Oh man, not a match of the night, but an enjoyable match.
No, like your general match of the night. What is your match of the night?
I know. I'm trying to. To be honest, it would have to be Jericho and Adam Page. I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, it's like let me give my verdict of the pay-per-view. I honestly enjoyed the Cracker Barrel. Like, I thought that was fun. It just like, yeah, it's just like it's pretty much a spot orgy, but it was a fun spot orgy. But it was just like it kept me engaged. Like, that match was pretty much one of the only ones that kept me engaged, along with the main event. But pretty much the majority of the show was kind of weak. It was like kind of even weaker than Fight for the Fallen, to say the least. Yeah, Fight for the Fallen was like a charity show for like victims of gun violence. They were in Jacksonville.
But it was a good pay-per-view. It had a great cause to it.
Yeah. And it's like, you could clearly tell the effort was there.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about All Out. It was like, there was effort, but it's just like, there were a lot of questionable things that they were there.
To be honest, Double or Nothing, the first pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
That one was really good. Well, of course, because John Moxley... Because it was out of nowhere, though.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, Kenny Omega and Jericho, they fought for the #1 contendership for the AEW World Championship, and it was like, okay, match is over, and then all of a sudden John Moxley comes out of nowhere and just dirty deeds, Jericho, Omega, and the referee. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? I didn't expect that.
I know, I didn't expect that either. But it's just like, dang. Like, if I had to rank, like, the 4 pay-per-views AEW has had so far, Double or Nothing, maybe Fyter Fest, like, pretty much, like, every pay-per-view that they've done so far, just in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, pretty much. But, it's like, they gotta do something about that commentary, man. Like, I don't blame Jim Ross, like, at all, like we said earlier, but it's just, like, I don't know, the chemistry is not there. Like, I'm not feeling their chemistry. It's just like, we know Jim Ross is Jim Ross.
Yes.
Excalibur, he could do fine as an analyst.
He's okay. He's okay. He's not like
Jerry Lawler.
No, he's not like Michael Cole. To be honest.
Well, you can't do.
Well,
it's like
honest,
Michael Cole's not really an analyst. He's a play-by-play. He's like the one like calling all the spots and all that. Like, you would say Jerry. I would say Jerry the King Lawler's the one that like gives background of people. Like,
yeah, background and who do you think is? Well, we're kind of sidetracking a little bit.
Yeah, but
it's cool.
This is technically.
I know, but who's the analyst in WWE? Do you think it's Corey Graves?
Corey Graves, and that's the thing. Like with WWE and AEW, these 3-man teams kind of don't work. It's like in AEW, you have Alex Marvez, and at All Out at least, you had this dude named Golden Boy. It's like, and then in WWE, you have Renee Young for Raw, and then Byron Saxton for SmackDown.
She's good for a starter, for an up-and-comer. She's actually really good.
Yeah, but it's like the third wheel. It's just like it doesn't really give you a defined role. Yeah. It's like what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Do you want to be a play? Like, do you want to call the spots, or do you want to call do you want to analyze? Do you want to give background of wrestlers, or do you want to give like facts, etc., or you just want to be like Renee Young and go like, ooh? Pretty much, that's what all Renee Young does. I mean, no disrespect to Renee Young. I'm happy that she's a representation of of commentating in WWE, but if you want to do commentating right, look at the NBA. Look at ESPN's Doris Burke. That's representation right there. Renee Young, like I said, all she does is, oh! And I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
John Moxley's gonna come in through here that door and just dirty deeds your ass, man. I'm gonna just be like, nope. But we're both in the wrong, though.
Yeah, we're both in the... I'm certainly in the wrong, but I have a right to say it.
Not true.
But
I'll have a voice.
Yeah, but overall, I just thought to close the All Out segment, I think it was just pretty meh.
It was okay.
Yeah. But now let's move gears to WWE because they had to follow up with Labor Day. They had to please people on fake Labor Day because technically, even though it is Labor Day, people are still working.
True.
We first had Monday Night Raw from Baltimore. I think it was in Baltimore, whatever. I don't know with states anymore.
Did you watch it or the highlights?
I watched a little bit of it. I
didn't really watch too much of it, so you have to take over in this one. But I'll chime in to give my thoughts.
Okay, so
the only segment I know from Raw was not gonna say anything. I'll just let it run its course.
Okay, so pretty much all I watched from Raw was like the King of the Ring stuff, which was like I can't remember. Like I only know it was like Samoa Joe and Ricochet went to a no contest because it was just like both of their shoulders were down, and it was like then they both advanced to the semifinals with Baron Corbin, who looks like he's gonna win the whole damn thing.
Probably.
Yeah, this whole tournament looks designed for him, and it's a shame because there's guys like Ali, Buddy Murphy, and Cedric Alexander, who are all now gone. And there was this contract signing with Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, but then out of nowhere, the Rip-Off Bullet Club came out.
The Rip-Off Club.
Yeah, the Rip-Off Club. Thank you. I'll credit you for that. The Rip-Off Club came out, and they pretty much attacked... or they pretty much got their ass handed again, before they got payback in a tag team match, thanks to assistance from.
But no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but did they do this kind of thing last Monday? I don't remember. Did they?
Oh yeah, they got their ass beat by Braun Strowman in the closing segment.
It's the same thing. Do something different. That's the thing.
Well, they did. They did. They got their ass handed during the contract signing, which never happened, or which never got signed because the Rip-Off Club interrupted. Then they had a tag team. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman had a tag team match because they're the champions.
Yeah.
But it was a non-title against Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows again.
I know. Same thing. Do something different. Have like different contenders fight for them.
And
fight for the titles. Like compete for the titles. It's like, but the Revival. Wait, are they on SmackDown? Because I saw them on SmackDown.
No, they were on SmackDown. But sticking with Raw, Dolph Ziggler and pretty much Bobby Roode, they joined the Rip-Offs in attacking Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman because, pretty much Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode have nothing to do, and they just want to...
But why would they attack them, though?
Oh, yeah, because they're...
For what reason?
Well, because they're their opponents for Night of Champions, but that's...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and
so
then,
that's the reason.
Yeah, and they pretty much ended the segment standing tall. Like, all 5 of those guys. But that was pretty much it.
Okay.
But then... Yeah. And then pretty much they did yet another recap of the whole Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan thing. Pretty much they can't get... This whole entire thing, it reminds me of 2011, like the
pre-WrestleMania?
No, not the pre-WrestleMania, the pre-brand split. Like the pre-brand split 2.0. It's like they repeatedly show off all these all the same segments over and over and over again.
It's like the repeat button on YouTube. Repeat.
Yeah.
It's like the hell.
So pretty much, I didn't really pay attention to Raw after that until we got to the final segment of the night. The tag team match. Hold on. The tag team match between the irrelevant women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, who I'm still surprised are still together, but
same here, against
the real champions, the Raw champion Becky Lynch,
and the
SmackDown champion, who got absolutely no reaction, and still continued to get no reaction on Monday, Bayley.
Oh my god.
So they had a tag team match Sasha Banks came out before the commercial break. Becky Lynch, after a hot tag, was about to go for the win, but then Sasha Banks attacked her, gave her a backstabber.
Bank statement?
She was about to go for a bank statement, she was about to go for a chair.
Oh, yeah.
And then Bayley stopped her, and then she grabbed the chair, but then she was thinking about hitting Sasha Banks, but then she grinned, and then she hit Becky with it.
She finally turns heel,
and people were chanting yes for the turn.
It's so funny when you were mentioning like, oh, she didn't get no reaction. It was like crickets are chirping, and then when she turns on Becky, everyone's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
it's like finally
hypocrisy.
She turns heel. Okay, to be honest, oh my god. Okay, should I say what's on my mind at the moment, or should I just wait until we're done with the whole like Ross?
Let's actually. You can actually hold off on it because
I don't think
after we're done with the whole Bayley stuff, then we can expand on it.
Okay.
Because
I don't think I can hold it anymore, but okay.
Because going into Smackdown, because that's Bayley's brand, and we still have the stupid wildcard rule.
Okay.
That opened the show, and Bayley pretty much, kind of like delusional. She's still a role model for kids, and she's still the same Bayley like she's always been. But Charlotte came out, she attacked Becky because she was still friends with Sasha Banks, and she didn't want to ruin it. So that brought up Charlotte, and she was happy that she attacked Becky, but she claimed that it wouldn't change anything because she would still take her title at Night of Champions. This brought up Sasha Banks. She just stared down at Charlotte, and then Bayley attacked her from behind. Yeah, that's a great model for kids, right?
Very great model.
And then Charlotte fought back. She brawled with Sasha Banks. Bayley brought in a chair, attacked her, and that closed the segment. And then I didn't really watch SmackDown after that.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty much I had so much shit to do after that.
I know.
I was actually busy with all this equipment, trying to put all this together. I had no time for SmackDown.
I was at work, so I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, I can. I was the only. That was the only segment I could watch. Oh yeah, all I heard from SmackDown was that Rowan attacked Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, and that Roman Reigns and Rowan are gonna have a match at Night of Champions, and that's
pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much it. But
what else happened? I'm trying to think. Even though I didn't watch the highlights, I'm trying to think of what else happened. Did anything get involved with Kofi Kingston?
Oh wait.
Oh well, the Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston feud is still going on, right?
Oh yeah, I think I remember one thing that happened. Because you know how the West Coast has the stupid delay. We get SmackDown late here, by the way.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But anyway, speaking of stupid, Randy Orton is still
stupid.
That's pretty much the theme of this feud.
I bet they're gonna make a T-shirt that says stupid all over it. Probably.
They probably have already, but they might do it.
So unoriginal, to be honest.
At least it's not the man's man.
The man's. Oh, wait, what? Do they have a shirt of that?
Yeah, that's a shirt.
The man's man?
Yeah, that's a shirt.
Shut the front door, dude.
Yeah. Here.
No.
Yeah, they got a shirt.
Did WWE finally do that whole Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they got married?
Here.
Check out her engagement ring.
Here.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah, they made a shirt like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh,
but
man.
This was... You didn't know? This was made back in July.
Dude, I'm not on social media a lot, man.
I'm not either, but this just came out of my feed. This came out of my feed out of nowhere.
Dude, on my feed, this is basically other people's edits. That is mainly it. And some of the wrestlers. That is it. And you. I don't pay attention to shit like this, man. I didn't know about this. The man's man.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Oh my god. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't want to offend people, to be honest. It's gonna be a stupid joke anyway.
Yeah. But anyway. Alright. What's on your mind about this whole... Well, in general, like right now, about this thing?
About Bayley, or just, like...
Like right now, about this. Like Bayley thing.
Okay.
Because I know you've been holding it in.
To be honest, she's equivalent to unseasoned steak. To be honest, no flavor, bland, just boring. To be honest, and I don't know if a heel turn will save her. I don't know if it will like change people's mind on her and be like, oh, she's really tough. I like her a lot. She's still gonna have that lovable, like, oh, I'm a hugger bullshit thing that she's got going on. It's like, I don't know. It's like they gotta change her up. It's like they turned her heel. Now change her up. Change her from like a hugger to like someone equivalent to like Sasha Banks. Because Sasha Banks, I like her when she's a heel, to be honest. She's a lot better as a heel. And since Bayley and her are doing this whole boss and hug connection thing, they need to change it up.
Oh, they definitely do.
Yeah. No, because they did have a perfect shot at turning Bayley heel a long time ago when Sasha Banks and Bayley were having a scuffle and they were having like a disagreement or whatever. And remember that one Raw where Bayley attacked Sasha Banks and say, "You ain't shit, Sasha."
Yeah.
And that was a perfect moment to turn her heel. I was like, yes, they're going to turn her heel. They're finally going to do something. But it turned into a freaking Team Hell No 2.0 segment.
Oh my god, I hated that.
It turned into that. I was like, oh, come on, people. Come on. I was so pissed off about that. Not pissed off, but I was like annoyed. And I was like, you could have done something with this, man.
Well, you
could
know,
have done something
well,
with
knowing WWE, they'll always find a way to fuck it up.
Exactly. And they brought Dr. Shelby back, which got a fucking pop, to be honest. That was fucking funny.
Oh, dear
and
God.
I was like, okay, it's like Team Hell No 2.0. It's like, hug it out, cut her hair off, so I don't know what they're going to do with her. And they did something with Bray Wyatt. His character, oh my god, I love his character.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of... his character reminds me of Norman Bates from Psycho. The split personality. And, okay, I'll get into that after I talk about Bayley. I'm sidetracking. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. So, with Bayley, change her character. Stop making her this whole, like, hugger, role model to the kids. Like, oh yeah, a role model will take a chair and just hit someone in the back with it. That's a great role model. Yes.